This is EMR Simulation Project Sprint 1 Reflection. My name is Navoda Vishkaheva Vanitunga. Here are the client information. Our client is Federation University Nursing Department, Chelsea, Elisa, and Karen. Here are my team members: Melanie, Product Owner; Tanmoy, Scrum Master; Navod, me, Developer; Mohammed and Kelvin, Developers. About the hourly contribution from my side for the sprint one, I have separated all my tasks and the number of hours that I have taken to complete them on the right side. As you can see, the total number of hours that I have spent on this sprint one is 31. As for the team progress, we have gathered all our requirements by having several meetings with our client. We have finalized and created a storyboard, a roadmap. We have designed a functioning prototype on Figma as our Sprint 1 deliverable and have already sent to our client. Apart from this, we have started React implementation for main screens like login authentication pages and student flowcharts. And finally, we have initialized and configured our backend. So when it comes to individual contribution, I have designed several screens on Figma. The student homepage where they can see all the patients and their list and the display below. And secondly, the flowcharts navigation page for student. Um, I also designed the students' IV fluid chart where they can enter IV fluid records and it will be registered on a table below. And the students' ads chart where they can record the respiratory rate, auto saturation, blood pressure, heart rate, temperature, and other parameters of a patient. And finally, I designed the supervisor medication chart page in Figma. They can recommend and enter all the medication of a patient where it will be registered on a table below. Apart from designs on Figma, I have also done implementations on React. Let me show it to you now. As you can see, this is my implementation in React, the patient list page, and the table shows the patient details. As you can see, it will be shown below the patient's main details like allergies, intolerance for each and individual patient. And the IV fluid chart page is this, where they can record the IV fluid information. And finally, medication chart for the student. The student can see this medication chart and the patient will be shown below their indications, the route, dose, and prescriber name and signature. Apart from that, based on these details, they can also give the medication to the patient and record the date, time, and the dose and their relevant signature, and they can submit it. It will be shown in the record below. Later, the supervisor can review this record. Apart from that, they can add many other records as well. As you can see, it will be entered below. If the record is wrong, they have the option of removing it. Apart from these implementations, when we talk about the challenges that I faced during Sprint 1, one is that uh, designing the UI frames on Figma so that it is convenient for implementing in React so that the component reusability of React can be used. And the other challenge is including all the details the client required in one chart that they needed without making the screens more complicating so that the user can easily navigate themselves. And the other thing, another final challenge is that creating same screens for two user roles, supervisor and student, with their privileges in mind. What I learned during Sprint 1, I learned about Figma, the designing in Figma, and I learned how to design and implement the project according to the client requirements. What could I have done better? Something I later realized is that having matching UIs for several screens is much more convenient for us as developers so that it is very easy in development and it is easy for the person who are using the system to get an idea of it. And finally, I should have more thorough conversation with the backend at the beginning before designing so that it will be convenient for us during creating and going forward with this project. Thank you.